Hello, my lovelies. Visibility expansion, day 29. I just prefer not to have glare on the glasses while I'm looking at you. Awesome. So, another really good day of rototilling, and I'm going to eat because it's delicious. And I've done a bunch of work today. So, yummy. I'd like to go on. I'd like to get words, and then I'd like to talk about compassion. Compassion for self, compassion for others, even compassion for seemingly inanimate objects. So, if you've been in Utah, you know that it's been like 100 and some odd degrees in Salt Lake, even hotter down south. And you've heard me rave about the rototiller. Well, this rototiller has been well loved and well used, and so it has its little nuances that make it work or not work. And I have had an opportunity to use a bunch of other tools that will work or not work, and having compassion for the tools that have they've lived out their lives and they've been in a state of disrepair. They've been very well used. Also having compassion for myself and my physical body, because I went through about another gallon of water, barely peed because I was just coming out in sweat, and I was out there working. Aleph did a recording in the studio for Curious Mundo, so you'll be hearing more about that on 7th and 7th. So the rototiller, I got to be compassionate for, as well as it was assisting me in taking breaks, because it'll run, but when it gets too hot and it gets vapor lock and it does the other fun things, which I know about, but I'm not like a mechanic. I just know a little bit about a little bit. It will just stop running. And it's funny too, because I got down to this just tiny little, like 1 foot triangle in the back by in the ceremonial grounds, and it says nope. So it's like, okay, put it away. I've been having the classes regularly at 7 p.m. Penny had an amazing one last night on life scripting, and she's actually going to be doing the Actors Caravan in August. Look forward to that. It's going to be amazing. Oh, more compassion. So, when people are uncharacteristically edgy and have a very short temper and seem to be on the warpath, sometimes it's difficult for me, and it may be difficult for you, to remain compassionate. Particular person who is usually very level-headed and very metered when it comes to emotional situations, has not been over the last couple of days. And that's been difficult in a way, because it's like, okay, stuff's changing, moving, growing, things are happening, but it was pushing up against other people's boundaries. Didn't know about this, wasn't communicated, and there didn't seem to be a reason to need to ask for it because there seemed to be enough really for everything to go around. What I didn't know is that other stuff was going on that was, this cabbage is really good. I didn't know that I would like just eating cabbage, but it's delicious. So, what I didn't know was that this other person had plans for some of the things, materials and other things going on. And so it was like an encroachment, but it wasn't communicated. So, I tend to have a very long fuse because I have a very, very gnarly temper. Thanks, Jennifer. I'm going to drink the rest of this today. It's delicious. So I'm glad that most of the times, before I'm ready to explode, my fuse... How do I even say that? So, when I want to be angry, I can be very angry and very violent and all those other things. Just because I choose bliss doesn't mean I don't have access to everything else. But I don't really like that energy because it wears me out. It also creates distance between those I care about, and it has a... How do I even describe it? It's kind of like junk food. It has a way of like eating away at me. Like soda has a way of eating away at your stomach lining and stuff like that. I love the taste of soda. I love the fizziness and the bite to it and all the rest of that. But I know in moderation that to actually have those things in my diet. Because my body will tell me about it. And the same thing's with anger, because it quite literally burns holes in my energy, and the longer I stay angry, the shorter my fuse gets for the anger. And well, I don't right now see a time in my life when I will be completely rid of anger. One thing that I've cultivated a whole lot of is patience, forgiveness, and when I'm able, I'm human. I'm not a transcended being yet, or this time. Yeah, context, right? But when I'm able, I do practice non-judgment as much as possible. And yet, just like we talked about yesterday in the triggers video, sometimes a word, an action, a phrase, somebody else's bad day becomes contagious. And I just can't seem to shake it. Even if you listen to the Shake It Off song, which I love. Got quite a bit of a turn there. I think that's probably a pretty good way to look at it, is that patience, gratitude, compassion, those all lengthen my fuse. Or maybe they do for you too. Anger, jealousy, guilt, those all shorten my fuse. And I like having a really long fuse. Because I don't like exploding or setting things on fire. I did enjoy demolishing some things today. That was they got to be demolished anyways. It wasn't wasn't a bad thing, but physical activity is really good for lengthening my fuse. I'm looking forward to having the ceremonial grounds made up. I may even get them done for our new moon ceremony on Tuesday. And I'm looking for folks with power equipment, including outdoor stuff, woodworking stuff, things like that I can borrow, because I've got a lot of projects around here that I'd like to get done. And while there's plenty that can do it, they aren't here, so I'm going to do it. And when they show up, they can do it. But for right now, I'm doing it. I love you all. Namaste and blessings. Hit me up if you deserve service. $250 for karmic processing and defragmentation, and then $150 an hour for regular services. Wanted to stop it at 11:11 again, but I'm still going. Oh no! Can't go too long because otherwise Facebook won't upload it. Also, Aaron's Night Out is coming up. I'm really excited for that. It's a ladies only event. It's downtown. About 3,000 or so people there. Lady peoples, a few guy peoples, but lady peoples are the ones who are invited. So come do that, hang out. The link will be in the description when I get back to it, which will probably be around midnight, because now I get to eat and shower and do my 7 p.m. Freedom Friday class. So I love you all. Peace out.